How did the United States of America become a corporation? Part 1. America was founded as a constitutional republic in 1787 and ratified in 1789. It was the first of its kind and had never before been attempted in history. It was never a democracy. What is a constitutional republic? The original republic had 13 colonies with 3 main branches of government: executive, legislative, and judicial. Under the executive branch was the president and vice president. Under the legislative branch was the House and Senate. And under the judicial branch was the Supreme Court. The original republic had 65 representatives, 26 senators, and 11 justices in the Supreme Court. The republic grew to 34 states, 234 representatives, 68 senators, and 9 justices. Between December 20th, 1860 and June 8th, 1861, 11 states left the republic, and only 23 out of the original 34 states remained in the Union. With only 23 states left in the Union, there were 180 representatives, 48 senators, and 9 justices in the Supreme Court. The Republic was in trouble. States that joined the Union were considered bound to it, but there was nothing in writing. So what did President Lincoln do? When the Civil War began, President Lincoln declared martial law, wherever there was fighting, and in the seceded states. President Lincoln ordered that states either conscribe troops and provide money in support of the North, or be recognized as an enemy of the nation. This martial law act of Congress is still in effect today. It gives the president dictatorial authority in accordance with the new corporate constitution of the United States. Along with martial law, habeas corpus was also suspended. By 1861, in order to preserve the Union, seats missing from seceded states were labeled vacant instead of missing. This made it difficult for the House and Senate to reach a majority vote. The de jure offices went unfilled. An executive government was created which suspended large portions of the Constitution. And by virtue of the power, and for the purpose aforesaid, I do order and declare that all persons held as slaves within said designated states and parts of states are and henceforward shall be free, and that the executive government of the United States, including the military and naval authorities thereof, will recognize and maintain the freedom of said persons. Excerpt from the Proclamation of 1863. And martial law was enacted without a vote from the House, Senate, the states, or the people. The Republic became a corporation. The District of Columbia Organic Act of 1871 created a private corporation owned and operated by the actual government for the purpose of carrying out the business needs of the government under martial law. This was done under the constitutional authority for Congress to pass any law within the 10-mile square of Washington, District of Columbia. The administration adopted their own constitution, which was a municipal corporate charter. This is where the concept of municipal corporations began. The 13th article, originally in the Constitution for the United States of America, was now missing. The federal Constitution's amendments after 1860 should have been numbered 14th and 15th. Instead, they came up with a new 13th Amendment and added the 14th Amendment in 1868. Nebraska did not make this change until 1873, 8 years after the Civil War. What is the missing 13th Amendment? No titles of nobility. The original 13th Amendment was ratified in 1819. adding a heavy penalty upon any person holding or accepting a title of nobility or honor, or emoluments from external powers by making that person cease to be a citizen of the United States, and incapable of holding any office of trust or profit under the United States. President Lincoln meant to revert the new corporate government back to a republic, but he was assassinated before that could happen. Andrew Johnson became president after Lincoln's assassination. He continued with the corporate form of government, and it was this corporate Congress that unlawfully passed the 14th Amendment in 1868. The 14th Amendment was created to allow citizenship to black men, but what it actually did was allow the opportunity for state citizens to become corporate U.S. citizens.